Vinyl sales in the UK have hit their highest level since 1990. This is according to the British Phonographic Industry. Sales have risen by over 11% to 5.9 million units.
Units? Does that mean how many there are?
Well, no, units as in albums.
Okay.
Increasing for the 16th year in a row. Taylor Swift's 1989 album was the bestseller, followed by the Rolling Stones' Hackney Diamonds. Cassette sales also did well, believe it or not, topping 100,000 for a fourth consecutive year. Now, joining us live is Daryl Eastley, editor of the Record Collector's Rare Record Price Guide. What's behind the resurgence? What's behind the resurgence of vinyl? Is it the sound? Is it the crackle? Is it the excitement?
Well, I think it's like all of these things. It's several things that have come together. I think one of the key things with vinyl is that it suddenly became cool again. I think the record store day was something that happened in America in the 2000s, and then it came over here. So there was a day in April where independent record shops would have these limited editions, and then people queued, and it became a thing. And then collecting became a thing again amongst younger people, because mainly collectors have been people of my age and older who never gave up vinyl in the first place, who sort of stayed with it when it became scarcer. And now you see lots and lots of sort of younger people, students, etc., getting into the vinyl. Sometimes not to play it, I have to say. Sometimes to have it as an artifact.
You see, that's what I was going to ask about, Daryl, because the thing is that when vinyl looked like it was going out, I eventually kind of went, oh, OK, and the record player went, OK, it's all CDs. I think lots of people were quite confused about why not go back to CDs at least, because that was only one thing back as opposed to, I think it was just two things back, isn't it? But then it was tapes before then. No, it wasn't tapes. Anyway, whatever. I'm just saying, surely it'd be easier to just go back to CDs.
Well, it's interesting because in those figures as well, this is the lowest fall in CD sales in about 11 years. And I think the thing is, like yourself, lots of people got rid of their LPs. They made one jump and did that and took them to the charity shop or to the tip. And then they bought a CD player, and then they bought lots of CDs. And there are a whole sort of tranche of people who aren't going to give them up. They gave up records because CDs are much, much easier to use. And all you'll need is the next sort of cool artist that comes out and suddenly says, hey, I love CD, that's me.
Yeah, no,
then it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Very true. I mean, I'm certainly pleased that vinyl's come back because I never got rid of it before, and I've got the record player. And in fact, Troye Sivan's album, Something to Give Each Other, and One of Your Girls and all that sort of stuff. And listening to an album, track by track by track, I think is one of the great joys of it. In terms of people's vinyl, of course you can go and buy new, but you can still go, presumably, to loads of charity shops, find all the greats, all the most fantastic albums for virtually no money.
Well, sadly, James, I think those days have gone. I think that the days of true bargains, partially Record Collector are to blame for that, because when we did our first Rare Record Price Guide, you suddenly saw, the Oxfam shops, other charity shops with the lovely old ladies in there, sort of suddenly looking at the pressings and going, oh, yes, I think you'll find this is a 1967 version of a Kinks album, and put 20 quid on it. I think the days of getting the true bargains are over, but again, you can still find some lovely things. And, the old cliche of one person's meat is another person's poison or whatever is there. What is fascinating is that you've had things like Rumours by Fleetwood Mac, which was a car boot fair staple for so many years, is now like one of the, it's always in the top selling 10 albums of the year. And you get secondhand copies, which you could literally pick up for £1, for like 20, 30, 40 pounds.
Right.
And again, it's all about the condition, because it's, lots of stuff's out there. But obviously, you want to get it in the best quality and things like that. And obviously, a brand new pressing does that for you.
Daryl, thank you very much. I'm going to... who is Troye Sivan, or Sivan, or whatever you
Troye Sivan.
And what is that?
Well, he's a popular music artist. He's sold millions of records around the world. He's a famous YouTuber. He's an actor. Amazing.
Thanks.
Go and investigate. You'll love it.
Will do. That was Darryl Easley, anyway, writer, DJ and editor of Record Collective.